Chris, 8th clean sheet of the season as well. You must be delighted. We're starting to get towards that number where it means you're doing things.
Bloody hell, Andy. What number do you need to notice we're doing things? Yeah, 8 clean sheets is good. I didn't know it was 8. I do know if you're going to do anything strong, you've got to try and keep your goals conceded down to 1 goal per game for the season. Unfortunately, we were well under that. 84 minutes in against the Bolton team, but ended up conceding 2 late goals. So I'm pleased that we're on the better side of that fraction. Really pleased with that.
No disrespect to Walsall, but it's another performance for us where again a team hasn't really got close to us.
I wouldn't say that. They've got some good players. Daryl's a great manager. I think what happens sometimes is that it can look that way in the end. I think we could have made it look that way earlier within the game with goals, but I wouldn't be. It's not my sort of thing to disrespect the opponent because they've got some real potent players within that team.
A feature of our play is the energy, though, and that's what's putting teams on the back foot.
Well, Daryl talked to me a good 5 minutes when we were warming our hands, trying to get the game on the bin here. But he said he's been watching us, and he said we've got the most expected goals to chances type, expectations to score in all the stats. I mean, everybody does stats on stats now, don't they? But the biggest stat that always ever matters really is winning, and we won. So I'm just pleased with that.
2 good goals again as well.
Oh, great goals, great composure for the pass before the shot, because each player could have shot, and he didn't, and he chose to pick out. And if there's been one criticism of us, is setting that person up at that point like that in our play, and we got it right today, so well done.
You're demanding a lot of your strikers, you're asking for more goals from them as well as the all-round play. They're starting to come good for you.
Well, they're good players, they are, and they're playing well together and understanding each other's strengths, and looking at that next week, hopefully we'll be in a stronger position with more personnel moving forwards.
You've been asked about being top spot already. It does mean something, doesn't it, to get almost to halfway into the new year and it's there?
Well, it's 2 things it means. 1, it's a long time to try and stay there, and 2, there's only one way from that point, isn't there? So, we like to build things up, knock things down. I don't. I just stick to simple things. We've got to protect a goal, we've got to play some bits in the middle, and we've got to create goal-scoring chances. And our players have to continue to believe and understand the strengths of our attributes, and if they do that over a longer period, then I'm interested in the league table.
It's a great way to go into the new year for the fans, isn't it? You've wanted to thank, and this is the best way to thank them.
Well, yeah, you're good at all that sort of stat. I mean, I'm not too sure last time when Carlisle was in this position. Let's be sort of understanding. There's other teams that have got to play as well. But I've not had a chance to actually look at it. But I'm sure on Twitter there'll be lots of pictures of it. But enjoy it. I'll definitely enjoy tonight and rest tomorrow. But we're training very hard in difficult conditions at the moment. Hence why we're doing this quickly, to try and get down the road, to not get stuck on the coach.
You revealed a couple of weeks ago that Taylor and Josh Dixon had said, we're ready, Gaffer, you don't need to go and get anybody else. Taylor today, what a league debut that is for him.
Very pleasing, well done. Carlisle lads come through the youth system, well done to everybody because of that. But the traits and trends that I'm trying to teach the younger players about winning and being competing, there's no question about it that Taylor will score goals at league level football. There's no question about it. Josh Dixon will end up in his mid-20s if his attitude to win the ball back strong, dominate games. And they're the sort of traits that you try to teach your younger players, because it seems to get lost a little bit in academy type football. Everybody wants to win, and you've got to be careful how you coach young players now. But you've got to make sure there's a reason why, and any successful individual has generally had some tough love on them and in them in their upbringing, whether it's Tiger Woods, whoever it is, Lewis Hamilton, constantly like on the track in a go-kart as a young kid, whoever it is, boxers. So I think if we can try and stick to traits where we're pushing them as individuals as far as possible, it's great to see Louis Bell on the pitch. It's great to see Taylor Charters on the pitch. It's great to see Josh Dixon and Fish on the bench. I don't think I forgot anybody else there, but it's good to see. And if anything, it makes an older pro look over the shoulder, and that's what we've got to try and create.
For any club to be in this position at any time of the year, it means that the squad is doing the work, and you've said all along that the squad is coming together.
Yeah, listen, if you work in any factory, whatever you're doing, football, it's a football factory for us. Something comes in the front door, something's made and produced, it goes out the back door. And you've got to make sure that whoever it is in that process, we're giving our best to make sure that the product's really high, whoever it is, whether it's the oldest player or the youngest player, and that's our job. And everybody's got an important part to play in that work, so I thank everybody's efforts for that. But of course I've got to thank the players, because it's them who are listening, learning and adhering to, and now being rewarded. So we have to make sure we continue on those traits.
I know you come straight from the dressing room. Any early news on Callum Guy? He took a heavy knock there.
He did, but I think he's okay. Yeah, I hope he's okay, because he's a dominant midfield player, and you want dominant midfield players on the pitch.
Another one of them, John Mellish, he's going to have to work hard to get back into your team.
He's got himself a new pair of boots for Christmas, so it'd be nice to see him put them on and use them.
Huddersfield Examiner are saying that Mika has gone back. Any news you can give on that?
Well, I could speak publicly about it. I'd rather leave it to private and his Huddersfield player. Absolutely no fallout whatsoever at our end. I'm not going to say anything else. I have a lot of respect for that football club, because I played for it. I had the best part of my footballing career there. I have a lot of friends there. Brandon, my boy, was born in Huddersfield. So, Mika's not here. You're going to have to ask Mika and Huddersfield.
Thanks for your time, Chris.